I picked up a Lumix S9 and some anamorphic lenses, the Lumix 40mm f2 lens. I bought a Logitech MX Master 4, a Kick 75 keyboard, a Meta smart glasses, and a few other things along the way. But now, if you ask me which one of these purchases would end up being my favorite one, I probably would have said the Lumix S9. But surprisingly, the piece of tech that I've used more than everything else this past couple of months is the Neo Air 4 Pro. And what's funny about this is when I first got it, I actually didn't like them. So in this video, I'm going to talk about why they've become my most used piece of tech. I'll dabble a little bit into the specs and the things I like about them and the things I don't like, and whether it's worth buying in 2026. Stick with me. So when I first got the Neo Air 4 Pro, I couldn't understand why everyone seemed to love them so much. And honestly, I wasn't very impressed. For the first couple of weeks, they mostly sat on my desk. And then something happened. My girlfriend tried them on, and then after using them for a while, she couldn't understand why I wasn't enjoying them. And that made me think, maybe the problem wasn't the glasses. Maybe it was me. And as it turns out, once I started wearing the Neos properly and wearing my glasses under them, and I began to adjust them, the image became crystal clear. And from that moment on, I completely understood the hype. They're not really going to replace your phone, and they're not going to replace the full mixed reality headsets like the Apple Vision Pro. Instead, think of them as a personal cinema that you can carry around in your pocket. Again, like I said, I'm not going to deep dive into the main specs, but some of the important things are they have a Sony micro OLED display. It's full HD 1080p per eye, 120 Hz of refresh rate, and it displays bright and vibrant colors. It does have a lightweight design as well. So that's a lens that was put in, I don't know if you can see it. If I had my prescription done, I could wear that under the glasses, and there's a bridge adjustment there. And like I said, they're lightweight. That's all you get. This is it. This is it. And they have built-in speakers as well. On paper, the specs are impressive, but specs don't really explain why I've ended up using them almost every single day. So the question is, why do I go back to them all the time? The first reason is watching content on this is fantastic. Whether it's YouTube you're watching or it's Netflix or Disney Plus, it feels like you're carrying around a massive cinema screen. Sorry about that. First, there's somebody at the door. Another thing that I appreciate about it is that you can wear it for hours on end and not feel like there's anything in your face. They're nowhere near as bulky as VR headsets. You don't feel like you strapped a computer to your face, or it doesn't feel like you strapped like a TV in front of your face. It is so good. And the convenience is probably the biggest reason that they have become my most used tech. The Lumix S9 is fantastic. In fact, I'm recording the other angle on it at the moment. The lenses are really good. I've got the Blazer Mantis 50 and 20 and 35mm. The Kick 75 keyboard is out of this world, but those devices require me to sit down and intentionally use them. The Neo is different. You can just pick it up, plug it in, start enjoying it. With every device, there is always downsides. My biggest complaint is that you often need additional accessories to unlock the full experience. Depending on what devices you own and how you want to use the glasses, you can end up spending extra money. For example, where's that? So I had to buy this. This is an adapter to be able to use my Xbox and my PlayStation with it, or anything. To be fair, this will work with anything that has a DMI there. So again, that cost, I don't know, maybe like quid, I can't remember now. So yeah, I had to buy this separately, and then after buying that, I ended up buying this as well, because I just felt like using my phone screen and then another screen means I'm just wasting power by, projecting something from my phone onto the glasses, and then the phone is still active. So what this does is, this is my cinema control in my pocket. What I've done now is I put my HBO Max, Paramount Plus, Disney Plus, Netflix, YouTube, and everything on here. Also, it's got a micro SD port there. So I put my micro SD in there, loaded it with few videos and stuff. And yeah, if you're someone that wears glasses, make sure you spend some time adjusting them properly before making your final judgment. After all this chat, who do I think should buy one of these? People that have Steam Decks or Switch or PSP. If you travel for work or you are on the road a lot, I think this is going to be perfect for you. That way you don't drain the power on your phone. You got something that is separate from your phone. I like that. I remove Netflix and everything from my phone now, and I just go with this. People that want like a bigger screen without having to carry, I don't want to carry like a massive monitor. However, if you're expecting like a full VR or a full AR experience, or something that replaces a VR headset, this is probably not for you. This is mostly for people that want an extra monitor, that want that cinema experience while on the go. So my final thought, out of all the cameras, the lenses, the keyboard, the mice and gadgets and games I bought recently, this is the one thing that keeps me coming back. And honestly, I think it's probably the biggest compliment I've given any sort of tech lately. I think the last time I had this experience was when I had the Nokia Engage back in them days, and maybe the FX3 when I bought that. I felt like, well, this was, excellent. I know there will be a lot of questions, so if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section. I'm always in there, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. It's your boy Crew. Thanks for watching.